Hello guys, so today we will be understanding about how to create an Jetpack Compose project in Android Studio, and also we will be learning about package structuring of by default Android project that uses Jetpack Compose as its designing framework. Okay, so let us just create a project. So as soon as you open your Android Studio, you will be having this interface. So the first thing you have to do is create a new project. So I will just click here, and then you have an option called empty activity. You just need to click on this. As soon as you click on this, you have multiple things I will be explaining you. First of all is your application name. So I will just name it demo. Okay, now the next thing is you can name it anything. Now the next thing is your package name. Okay, so this package name help us to uniquely identify your application on Play Store. Your package name matters a lot. Initially, your package name may be com.example. Your application name, like com.example. Your application name. If your application name is something else, your this part will be something another as well. Okay, but when you are deploying the application on Play Store, if your package name is com.example.anything, that example thing will affect your Play Store application and will be rejected. So you need to change the package name when you're deploying an application on Play Store. So change this package name first handedly, okay? You just need to change according to your name or something else. So my package name is based on my console account. So it is com.neutrino.demoyt. The neutrino stands for my console name or my Play Store name. Next is minimum SDK. You already know this. Save location is nothing but the storage place where your application is being stored locally on your device. And minimum SDK is nothing but which is the minimum target your application supports. So my application supports minimum of Android 7. So the application will support from Android 7 up till the latest Android version. Okay. Now the next thing here you can see is build configuration language. It is currently Kotlin DSL, and another option is Groovy. Always keep this Kotlin DSL because the the thing is we will be working on Kotlin project, so choosing Kotlin DSL will make you understand Kotlin syntax more easily in terms of Gradle. But it doesn't matter much in terms of performance, but still Kotlin DSL is the standard language and is recommended by Google, so we will be selecting this. Okay, now we have just created an project. So when you first create an project, your application needs some time. It will be building. You can look at here. Your application is just getting started and it is currently building. After the build completes, your application is ready to run. Now I will be explaining you the package structure as well. Just wait until this Gradle build has been completed. So I will wait for a while. Okay, so after some time, the Gradle build is completed. It took 11 seconds. It took me 32 seconds to load the project initially, or maybe okay 27 seconds. Okay, but it might take a long for your PC. It depends on your configuration of machine. So you need to be patient. Okay, now next thing is you can look at here. There are multiple views in this Android Studio project view. Okay, this is called as project view. Now what I will do is I will select project view. Now now you can look at here. You have many things as soon as you click the project view, and when you go here you have your application package, and this is what you will be working on. Okay, so project view is very good when you have multi-modular projects, which we will be understanding later what multi-modular projects are, but for now it is important to keep this in your Android view. As soon as you keep it in Android view, the package structure gets simplified, and only two currently things are present on the screen. The first thing is Gradle scripts, and the second thing is the application module. Now I will open the application module. You have a file called manifest. What is this manifest? I have already explained this in my interview video section, but I will explain it in brief over here. The thing is, your application goes to Play Store. As soon as uh, the Play Store, what it does is first it reads the manifest file from your Android project. As soon as it reads the manifest file, it comes to understand that what your application is made up of and what to launch first. For example, as soon as the user clicks on the uh, application icon, this activity should be launched. So what is main activity? Main activity is the first screen of the application. So look at here, we have a main activity. So as soon as your application opens, this will be printed on the screen. Okay, all this screen will be shown first. So this is the first activity called as main activity. So Android manifest helps us in also declaring the permission. For example, if you want to declare a permission, you can use this thing. Don't worry, we will be understanding this in a while. You just focus on the concept rather than the syntax for now. So this is the thing. Now, as soon as you declare a permission, when you upload it to Play Store, the manifest file will read that your application needs an internet permission. If you have other permission like storage and all, your application will be flagged as well. Now, I will be removing this permission for now, and let us start with further things. Okay. Now, what is this? This is the thing which we'll be using the most. This is your package called Kotlin plus Java. Why it is called Kotlin plus Java? Because internally Android uses Java modules as well, and also Kotlin. So by default, if you are choosing Jetpack Compose, you will be writing entire code in Kotlin, but internally some modules are written in Java as well. So no need to worry about that. Now what we will do is, this is our main package. This is our root package, okay? And inside this we have main activity. Okay, now we will just start exploring some more things. What is this RES package? RES package is nothing but here you can paste your drawables. Drawables are nothing but, for example, your screen may having some images which need to be displayed. That all things are kept here. Now the next thing is your application has some icon by default. For example, if you just look at here, if I launch my emulator, so when I launched my emulator is nothing but this device. This is called as an emulator. Okay. Now, when I go back, you can look at here that many applications have their icons. For example, Chrome have this icon, and my application have this icon. So this icon thing is been pasted in this mini map. Okay. So if you want to change the icon, you just need to create a new drawable asset, and then you can change the icon using this minimap and register it in manifest file. Okay, so no need to worry about that. We will be learning that in a while, but for now understand that minmap stores the icon basically. So here are some value fields. Here you can declare your strings which will be used in the application. I will be explaining these things. And we have themes and some XML files. No need to worry about that. Now next thing is, the most important thing is Gradle. Now, what happens is, when you build an application, you need something. It is an Kotlin file, and that Kotlin file needs to be converted to a particular DEX format or something like another format which the machine understands. So the Gradle is the helper to convert it to that particular field in which the Android operating system can interact with your application. So Gradle does that work. Okay. Now, as soon as you open Gradle, you have many things, and the first thing I need to highlight is your dependencies. So, what are dependencies? For example, you may need something which is out of the scope of this application. For example, you may need to implement a API calling method. So, what you will do is you go to some third-party library and take its implementation and call it in your Android project. Okay. So, in future, we will be using these dependencies to declare to get more features. So dependency does nothing but it just loads a library from outside of the Android project. So you need internet to sync this. Okay, as soon as you add the dependency, you need to sync the project again, and your dependency will be loaded and the features will be used. So by default, we have some. library implemented. For example, we have compose, so our project is using compose because of these libraries. Now this libraries, what it does is it gives some features of compose. Okay, now we also have some testing library. Look at here, we have JUnit, which is by default been added in our dependency section. So we can also implement test method using JUnit because we already declared some implementation of that. Okay. Now we have ProGuard rules. This is something which we will be dealing a lot later in this in Android field. ProGuard rules are something which help us to minify or reduce the size of the application and also implement security rules. I will be explaining them in a while. But for now, understand that it is something regarding security of the Android application. Then we have local properties to store API keys. What are API keys? If you don't know, just think of it like secret keys which are kept hidden from the user and maybe also from your colleagues. So we paste those files in our local properties and we call them in our application. So this is what our local property does. We have setting gradles, setting gradle.kts. No need to worry about this. We have a project gradle. When you apply the plugin here, your complete applications are been informed about that particular plugin. So here three plugins are already implemented. So no need to worry. You will be understanding this later on. So also one more thing, we have a theme package. Here we have colors. We have declared some colors and we have a theme. The application theme comes from this file. Okay. So look at here. We have implemented a demo YT theme. You no need to understand this code. You are good to go only if you understand this file keeps themes. Here you have type. Type is nothing but the text format like your application font size, your line height, letter spacing, and all stuff. No need to worry about this if you don't understand it for now. Now let us go to our application, and now you can look at here. We have a main activity, and it implements demo YT theme, which was coming from this file, theme file. Okay. So we have main activity, which is very useful. This is the first activity, and here your everything will be called. Okay. Any function will be called from here. By default, we have a text field which has hello name. If I run the application, maybe my application is already present here. I will just run it. Okay, so my application is present. I will open it. So this interface will be printed. When you first create a project, this is the template you will be getting, and it has nothing fancy. It just has a text called as hello and name, and that name is been passed here called Android. You no need to worry about the syntax and all stuff. I will be explaining you everything later. For now, you just think of it as if you write something here, it will run on the screen. Okay. So this was the package structure introduction. If you understand even the 40% of things here, like manifest is the file which will be rendered first, and then colors are used to keep colors. Theme is used to design theme, and also drawable is used to keep your photos and all stuff which will be printed on the screen later on. Your minimap is used to keep the icons. If you understand this many things, your our point of this video is already covered. You no need to worry about this all syntax. This will be explained one by one in detail, very detailed. Okay. So thank you so much.